The punt kick is used in many sports, including AFL, NFL, and NRL. The punt kick uses an oval-shaped ball. The ball is dropped onto the foot before kicking the ball through the air. To perform this kick, the student must be able to properly kick a stationary ball. If a child does not feel confident with executing this skill, he or she is likely to avoid participating in sports and physical activity. This is due to a lack of self-confidence. It is important to practice this skill to encourage the future participation in sports such as AFL. In prep, the general skill of kicking is introduced. However, the punt kick is more of a refined skill and may be a bit harder for preps to do, as it requires a lot of hand and eye coordination, and also involves balance when kicking the ball. This is why the skill is introduced at Year 2 and mastered at Year 4. It is important that the correct footwear is being worn. Failure to wear appropriate footwear could result in injury, consequently deterring the child from physical activity. Appropriate footwear includes enclosed, lace-up joggers as they provide support and protection. It is important that the child is using the correct size football. Younger students have smaller hands, which therefore need a smaller ball to be able to properly hold and manipulate the ball effectively, allowing for success. This chart shows the different size balls and the age they should be used at. Before you start, it is important to know which foot your kicking foot is. To do this, simply stand with 2 feet on the ground, lean forward, and whichever leg breaks your fall is your kicking leg. Line your body up to the target. During the punt, it is important that you always keep your eyes on the ball, as this allows for a more accurate kick. When doing the punt, the ball should be held at hip height in front of the punting leg. Next, step forward onto non-punting leg. Bend the knee on your punting leg during the backswing of the punt. The knee on the punting leg should be at roughly 90 degrees before releasing. Hip extension and knee flexion of at least 90 degrees during preceding punting movement. This is done when the backswing is released and the foot is ready to make contact with the ball. Toes should be pointed. Guide the ball down with one hand so it makes contact with the top of the foot. Aim for the laces on your joggers. Use the opposite arm of the punting leg to keep the balance by putting it out to the side of the body. This will stop the student from falling over and allow a greater chance of contact with the ball. Punting leg follows through towards the target after making contact with the ball. This will allow the ball to go further and have more accuracy. When kicking the ball, it is important to have your hands in the right position. This allows the ball to go where you want it to. The thumbs should be placed together at the top of the ball in line with the top of the laces on the ball. The fingers should then be spread around the ball. Consequently, the pointer finger should be in line with the bottom of the laces. This gives you the best control of the ball. Without a backswing, the amount of the power the student is able to execute onto the ball is significantly less. To achieve the best results and hit distant targets when learning the drop punt, the student should bring their kicking leg back on an angle behind the body before swinging through to make contact with the ball. Have the student practice a backswing all the way through to a follow-through in the direction of the target. Ensuring a follow-through increases the chances of the student hitting the target and makes for a more accurate kick. Apart from looking to see where the target is, the learner should keep their eyes on the ball to ensure they keep their hands in the correct position and drop the ball accurately onto their foot for a successful kick. Giving the student a clear target and encouraging them to follow the ball with their eyes the whole way through the kick will help. If the ball makes contact with the wrong part of the foot, such as the side, not the laces, the learner will not kick in the direction of their target. Ensure you point out that the bottom of the ball must make contact with the top of the foot for the ball to go in the correct direction. It is important when teaching the punt kick to encourage the child to kick for distance first rather than accuracy. If the child is encouraged to kick for distance, they have more opportunity to master the follow-through phase of the kick because they are using full force. Once they've mastered kicking for distance, then they can kick towards a target for a challenge. For beginners, it is a good idea to start with something easier. Using a balloon, soft and round balls is easier for a beginner, which consequently allowing success for the beginner. For something a bit more challenging, a smaller ball could be used. The equipment needed to execute the drop punt was quite generic and generally would be found in the sports equipment provided by the school. Initially, a balloon was used, a piece of equipment that may need to be outsourced, e.g. from Kmart, if not provided by the school. Other resources included AFL footballs in sizes 4 and 5, a soccer ball, and cones/markers used as targets. If you would like more information on the punt kick or activities where it can be practiced, please refer to Teaching Quality Health and Physical Education, written by Dean Dudley, Amanda Telford, Louisa Peralta, Claire Stonehouse, and Matthew Winslade, as well as an activities resource for classroom teachers published by the Physical and Sport Education section of the Department of Education.